Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for September. I hope you all are well. I am going to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Sagittarius out there, so guys, please just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. As always, don't try to force yourself into a reading or even a part of a reading that is just not for you. So Sagittarius, we're going to start with your current energy, and then we're going to look at the month of September all the way from the first week down to the very end of September. Spirit, what would you like Sagittarius to know for September? Energy of Sagittarius. All right, so Sagittarius, you are starting out with the Ten of Wands reversed and the Two of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you've made a decision here to resolve some kind of a problem or problems. These were things that were causing you to feel unbalanced, it could have been something to do with an unequal give and take. There was a lack of balance in the situation, and you've made a determination here to resolve this. You could have already resolved it for some of you. Why is all this happening? You have Judgment in the reverse. So there could have been something that you feel like you made a poor judgment call about in the past. There could have been a failed attempt to resurrect a connection. Why is all this happening? You have the Ace of Cups. Because there's great amount of love here. This could be a new beginning in love. So let's see what's on your mind. Show me what's on Sagittarius' mind. The Page of Cups. For some of you, this could be an apology that is going to end a quarrel or end some problems that you were having in a very unbalanced situation. For others of you, you've made a decision that you're done with dealing with somebody here from the past, and you have somebody new. You're thinking of somebody new in your energy here. What's coming in September is the Strength card. I see you working on yourself. I see you being very strong, very courageous here. So that's good energy. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. Could have been dealing with a Scorpio in the past. Let me see how you're showing up. Show me how Sagittarius is showing up. The Knight of Swords. You're coming towards somebody speaking your truth. And you're coming fast. The energy coming towards you is the Queen of Pentacles. You could be dealing here with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. But this is somebody who is very grounded, very stable. This could be somebody you work with or you know through work. This is somebody who would be a very good mother or, you know, very nurturing, very kind. Yeah, so that's good energy coming towards you. Let me see the Spirit's advice. The Moon. The Moon. Spirit is saying there's something here that is not yet revealed. There's something that's hidden. It's not yet revealed. And we'll get counsel regarding that. Show me the outcome at the end of September for Sagittarius. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, there's either something new that's trying to come in or something here that's ending, and we'll clarify it. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. This is underlying energy, Sagittarius, and it shows me that you are waiting for something. Yeah, you're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for something here to happen. So let's clarify your reading. Why is the Ten of Wands in reverse for Sagittarius? All right, so we have the Hermit. There could be something here that you want to talk to somebody about. I feel like you want to resolve a problem. You want to resolve things that have happened here. You may not have talked to this person for a while because there's a ghosting energy that's here. So I do see you wanting to talk to somebody, wanting to resolve problems. Why is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse? Yeah, there was a painful ending. Ten of Swords reversed, along with the Two of Swords. There was a really painful ending here. I feel like whoever this is that you're wanting to resolve these problems with, I feel like you haven't talked to this person in quite a while. You could have felt very betrayed by this person. There could have been ghosting that went on here. Yeah, so and I also feel like in the past there was an attempt to revive this connection. I feel like somebody used poor judgment here. And there could even be an opportunity. Maybe in the past you didn't want to have anything to do with this person, but now you're like, no, maybe it would be better to work things out. Maybe it would be better to repair the problems here, repair things, the painful experience that you went through. I feel like you've had a change of heart, Sagittarius. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Ace of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, so why is all this happening? Well, something ended. Something ended because of a lack of stability. And I feel like you've had this change of heart. You want to reach out to this person, or you already have, and you want to repair this. Or possibly somebody is doing that with you. It's definitely a very intentional energy. So let me see. Why is the Page of Cups here? Okay, we have the Four of Cups reversed. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Empress in the reverse. So you're thinking about, you could be thinking about talking to this person. You have feelings to for this person. Some of you could be thinking about apologizing to someone or hoping that they apologize to you. But I feel like this is somebody you have not talked to in quite some time. There's either been recent communication or you want to communicate with this person. You might feel like this person is cold, that this relationship isn't going to grow because they're cold. You may have felt disrespected by this person, or it could be you that hasn't nurtured the connection and maybe you've ignored this person for some time. But there's this energy of you kind of, going back and forth a little bit in your emotions. Let's look at September. And I see it here too. It's like, at some point you didn't want anything to do with this person. And I definitely feel like you distanced yourself, but you still thought about them. And now there's this opportunity to make amends, to like grow something from the ashes of what was once there. So let's look at September. Show me September for Sagittarius. Show me September for Sagittarius. A lot of energy, Sagittarius. So it might be a month where there's going to be a whole lot of stuff happening for you. So a lot of energy coming out. All right, hold on just a second. All right, so we have the Six of Swords reversed. We have the Emperor in reverse. Five of Swords reversed. Six of Coins reversed. A lot of reversals. There's some sort of karmic, connection here. We have the Eight of Swords reversed. Five of Wands. Page of Cups. Now that's what's on your mind. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. That's in your underlying energy, but it's in the upright. We have the Seven of Swords reversed. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. Three of Coins reversed. Nine of Cups. We have the Nine of Swords reversed, and we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. All right, so a lot of energy. So it's going to be an eventful month for you, but I feel like there's some karmic lessons or karmic cycles that you're trying to resolve here. Now, I do see you going into the month feeling very strong, very courageous. Sense of you working on yourself. There's a lot of self-growth that I'm seeing here. In the first week, I see you very focused on a situation that is full of chaos. This is a situation that you may have had conflict in. I feel like there was a lot of chaos in this, and it spun out of control. and it's still stuck in your energy because there's a karmic lesson that has to be learned from this. This is a situation that was not balanced. It was not an equal give and take. And I do feel like you would like to end this conflict. You want to release yourself from this. You want to, free yourself from all the anxiety that this has caused. So I definitely see a lot of stuck energy here in the first week due to an unbalanced situation, but a desire to resolve that. Now, in the second week, I do see you freeing yourself from a conflict. However, there could be more conflict within that. You see what I'm saying? So as you're freeing yourself from that, it could create, more conflict. And that often happens when you are resolving an issue with somebody. I feel like you've been avoiding conflict with this person, but you simply don't want to deal with the anxiety anymore. So by the middle of the month, I do see some conflict here, but I also see, an apology here, an apology for an ending, an apology for not expressing feelings and emotions. Whether that's coming from someone else or coming from you, I definitely see that. And this is what was on your mind. This is what you are, thinking about. So whatever it is that you're thinking about does come through around the middle of the month, but you're going to have to fight for it. Definitely. Yeah, you're going to have to fight for it. There's a need for you also to pour that love into yourself. There's definitely a need for that. Now, I do feel like there is somebody, for some of you, that is going to be in your energy. It's somebody new. There's somebody new that could possibly come into your energy, I would say around the middle of the month. You're going to feel very conflicted about this person. And the reason you're going to feel conflicted is because either you've had an ending with this person that involved deception, most likely of a sexual nature, and that person could be trying to come back in, or this is somebody really, that's new, and they could be approaching you with a lack of emotion, but with a lot of sexual tension. Either way, I feel like you don't trust this person. So that's for some of you. If you meet somebody around the middle of the month, be very careful with them because they're not offering a whole lot and they're rather immature in how they express their emotions. I am seeing that in the third week of September, you're dealing here with an ending. And I feel like this ending was caused by some kind of deception. And whatever that deception is, it's likely this person that you've gone back and forth with, whatever the deception is in that situation, make no mistake, it ended because of deception. And whatever that deception is going to be revealed in that third week. And if it's you revealing it, you're going to apologize for this. If it's the other person, I feel like they may confess something and apologize for that as well. In the fourth week, I see you getting a wish fulfillment in a situation that has collapsed. Be careful with your money in that fourth week because there's a little bit of a lack of stability. There is a contract here that's ending. It could be a soul contract, could be a physical contract. But the ending of this contract is actually going to bring a lot of relief to you. It's what you want. So it could be any kind of a contract. So just be careful because I do see you getting wish fulfillment with that. I see an ending of a contract of some sort. If it's a soul contract, that contract is ending because of deceit. Yeah, I feel like this person that there's this ending with, I feel like this person has been very uncooperative with you. But for some reason, the ending of this contract is what you want. You want that. And it's going to actually alleviate a lot of the anxiety and the worry and the concern that you feel. Because I feel like somebody that you had an ending with, or there was a foundation of some sort possibly that ended, I feel like it caused a lot of this anxiety, especially at night, especially in those quiet moments when you were alone with yourself. And that's ending. I do feel like it has to do with some stuck energy. I feel like you are going to, by the end of the month, there's some sort of a wish fulfillment that's coming about. We see this Ace of Wands in your reversed in your outcome as well. But I feel like it's bringing in some sort of wish fulfillment for you. Yeah. I also feel like it's going to be slow. Very, 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 very slow in coming. So let me see. Let me see your energy. You're going to be speaking your truth to somebody. Show me Sagittarius energy in this reading. Or possibly somebody's coming towards you speaking a truth as well. That could be. Okay, so we have the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, the Devil in reverse. Good. And we have the Star card. So there's something toxic here. The truth is coming out about this. And it's going to release that toxicity and bring hope and balance into the situation. I feel like either you're coming towards somebody with this apology or they're coming towards you with an apology, but there's definitely the energy of you being very patient, speaking truth, working on this. There was toxicity involved. We can see that with the 7 of Swords reversed here. I feel like a hope and renewal is coming in. Healing is coming in. And this is something you've been waiting for. So let's see the energy coming towards you. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here for Sagittarius? All right. So we have the 7 of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have Temperance in reverse. All right, so the person that's coming towards you, like I said, this is somebody that's very stable. I feel like they do well financially. This is somebody you may have had conflict with, but there's going to be a change in that circumstance. I will tell you, though, that this person feels that you are responsible because Sagittarius energy is in the Temperance and it's in the reverse. So it tells me that this person feels in some manner that you are the responsible party here. Now, you could be dealing with another Sagittarius, though. But I do feel like regardless, there's been conflict. This person is kind of standing their ground, but they're loving, they're nurturing, they're very stable, and they want to see things move towards peace as well. They're coming towards you with this Wheel of Fortune in the upright. They're coming towards you wanting things to move in a positive direction. Yeah, in a very unbalanced situation, and I'm getting that again. I got it in your current energy. So there's something that's unbalanced here, emotionally unbalanced, and I feel like this person will fight to bring stability to the situation. So it looks like good energy. Like I said, you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or possibly even another Sagittarius. So let's see Spirit's advice. Oh, I saw the 6 of Wands in the upright, which is very positive. That's success. All right, we have the Page of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Wands. And we have the Sun in reverse. So whatever has been hidden, whatever's being hidden here, I feel like there's going to be communication about this. And Spirit is saying that it's going to be successful, but successful only if, you know, everything is revealed. Secrets are revealed. Secrets that are being kept. Things that are hidden need to be discussed, need to be talked about, but it will be successful. So that's good energy. Either somebody's approaching you once again with, you know, communication. It'll start small and then grow, or it's you approaching them. So I just feel like there's been some kind of a big misunderstanding here or a conflict that has driven a deep wedge between you and someone else, Sagittarius. And now in September, there's this opportunity to, you know, go in and to like alleviate that, to repair that. I feel like in the past you weren't willing to do so, and now I feel, or maybe they weren't, but I feel like now you're getting an opportunity to do that, and I feel like you do want to, and it does look like it will be successful. So let's look at your outcome. Why is the Ace of Wands in reverse for Sagittarius? Look at here, we have that Queen of Wands again. So this is directly related to the energy that is coming towards you. All right, so we have the Queen of, I said Wands, Queen of Pentacles. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Wands, and then we have the Two of Wands. So I'm seeing again a decision being made, and this is having to do with an ending. Something here is ending that, and what's ending is all these problems, all the conflict, it's a cycle that's ending here. And that cycle included an ending in this connection. But I do feel like you're making plans to move towards this person, to resolve these problems, to end these problems. I feel like this person is open to doing so. Now I'm going to tell you, they're going to stand their ground on something here. But I do feel that things are moving in a very positive fashion. However, do I see it being fully resolved by the end of September? I don't. I really don't. I feel like you're still kind of going back and forth a little bit. I feel like you want to resolve things, but you're moving slow, or they're moving slow. So it's causing a little bit of stuck energy. Remember when I told you that this is, it's going to move very, 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 very slowly. It's moving, but very, very slowly. So I do feel like you're making plans. This person, is providing the stability for that. They also want to fight for this connection. I do still see some problems being here. It's related to the way things ended. Yeah. And you're both trying to figure out how to move forward. So there's definitely going to be progress, though. Bottom of the deck is the World in reverse, and it does tell me as an underlying energy, Sagittarius, that there is unfinished business here, and I do feel like you are waiting with the Three of Wands for this to end, for this cycle to end, for things to begin a new cycle. I don't know what's holding everything up here, but it's definitely taking a long time for this healing to come in. So let's pull you an oracle card and see. Okay. So you have number 14. That condenses to a 5, telling me that there are changes that are taking place. And this is called the awakening. So give me a second and I will read that for you. All right. It says, "Sleep no more, my soul child. The time for rest is done, and now you are awakened to action by the great golden dragon of the day, ancient friend to the kitsune. In the realms unseen by most humans, forgotten by nearly all humans, there are great dragons who stand at the edge of the day's birth and death, helping all within the realm to arise and awaken to the blessings of each day. The great golden dragon within this card heralds the awakening of the day. And when this card comes to you, you know that you're being called to arise and awaken to a new day within your life. You are called to awaken to your own belief and your own knowledge, to the truth of your own soul, and to rise up and embrace it all, to know your worth and your beauty, and to shine it out through the day before you. Treat this as a new time, even when it contains old stories, as it is still a great and beautiful opportunity to take all that is within you and make the very most of all that is. When this card comes to you, it is a reminder, too, that there are parts of you which are asleep or resting, dormant and underloved, underlived, and now they must be awakened. Think now, seeker, on the dreams and wishes you sent to sleep over the years. Let them now gently awaken one by one as the days before you unfold, so that they come to life again, not as dreams and ideas any longer, but as events and experiences that become your life. Awaken to your power. Awaken to your sleeping soul, and arise like this great dragon of the day and call out to the world that you are coming into this day fearlessly, ready to live fully and embrace the adventures of this gift called life. Ooh, that is powerful. That is powerful. So definitely some fire type energy there, and you are a fire sign. So yeah, go with that. That's very powerful. And I feel like it does have to do with changes that are occurring in this connection that you're dealing with. All right, well, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Sagittarius. Hope it's given you a little bit of illumination into what's taking place in this connection. If you've resonated with the reading, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Sagittarius, know that you are loved, and namaste.